At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family because our members become our family. It is not about competition but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another talk here with your health coach Sandro Torres. Today we're going to be talking about 5 negative things about weightlifting. First, I'm going to put an example. Let's say you want to buy the new model luxury car, sport cars that is out there. If you're aware of how much money you're going to be spending every year, every month, or whatever, then it's gonna be easier for you to keep that car if you're not aware for how much money you're gonna be spending. So then you will not be able to afford it. For example, you need to pay more in gas. You need to pay more in maintenance. You need to pay more in insurance. And also, if you have a family, if you have a lot of friends, you want to travel, the sports car, the luxury sports car is not gonna be your best choice. You're gonna need a bigger car. So you need a second car if you travel with your family or with friends. Now, those negative things is they're negative because you spend more money. So if you're aware of it, now you know how much money you're gonna be spending. So the same with weightlifting. Many of us, as a seller, when we sell a product or we sell a service, we talk about all the positive things, but we fail to talk about the negative things, such as the car. Yeah, you look nice in a car. The car looks beautiful. You can go fast and so on. You feel cool, whatever it is. But if you don't have the money to pay for all the extra stuff, so then you're not gonna be able to keep the car. So when you ask those questions in the beginning, or when the seller told you all the money you're gonna spend, so then you're safe because you know how much money you're gonna spend yearly. You can either buy it or not buy it. So this is what I'm gonna do with this talk right now. I'm gonna be talking to you about the 5 negative things that I'm aware of about weightlifting. And now think about this. That risk of weightlifting, to me, for example, it's it's actually, I should say, that benefits of the weightlifting is way higher than the risk that I'm taking to exercise. So with this talk, I don't want to discourage you for doing weightlifting. That's what I do. That's what I teach my clients, and I will encourage everybody to do weightlifting because the life changes in many ways. And I talk in other talks and videos about that and articles. So, but now I'm just gonna focus on these 5 negative things. So with this video, I don't want to discourage you. I just want to make sure that you are aware about the things that you're gonna be expecting when you're doing weightlifting. The first thing is going to be you're gonna get injured. Now, I'm not talking about a chronic injury when you become disabled for life. I'm talking about injuries they do happen and they put you in bed, or sometimes it does hurt for a few weeks. Some of us have the strength and mental capacity to deal with it and still doing our daily things. Other people are not capable to do that because they don't have that mental capacity to be able to withhold so much pain. But I put this example: if you want to go rafting, for example, if you do that often, if that's your hobby, you know you're going to flip the raft in one point or the other. It's inevitable. I mean, it's something that is going to happen no matter what in one point. The same if you go skiing and snowboarding, you are going to fall. You are going to fall. That doesn't mean that you're going to break a bone. That doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen, but you are going to fall. The only way to avoid falling, flipping the raft, is by you not doing it at all. So the same with exercise. If the only way to avoid any injury is by you not exercising at all. But once again, I prefer to take all the benefits and take the risk. The risk is very low compared to all the benefits that I'm getting. The three common injuries that I see in the time that I've been training are three. One of them are the muscle trigger points, the other one are muscle strains, and the other one are articulation irritations, joint irritation. If we talk about the muscle trigger points, sometimes it happens in the upper back, on the elbow, by the lower back. That's in most cases where it happens by your neck. But when it happens on your lower back, it's super painful. You can't be standing, you can't bend over, you can't be walking, you can't be sitting, you can't be lying down because it's such an intense, painful, continuously pain that is right there. It's so painful. I mean, I've been through that so many times, and some of my clients have. And there are things that you can do to avoid that or to actually improve that. It takes a couple of weeks. Sometimes it takes just a few days before you can heal out of that. They're not chronic to the point that you become disabled, but those are the most injuries that I see in this time that I be training. The second thing is strength. You're not gonna have the strength in every single session you're going to perform. So for those people that are very pushy, they wanna improve their body, they wanna tone and become stronger, or they're competing. We always looking to improve, to go to the next level, next level, next level. So if we leave, let's just put as an example, if we chest pressing 100 pounds, and we, our goal is to increase it to 55 to 110 pounds. In one point it's going to happen. We know we need to break that plateau point and we need to continue pushing, but it takes time. Some of those sessions that we're going to go and lift those weights are not, we're not going to have the strength to do it. It's just, it's part of life. I mean, sometimes we don't sleep enough, we don't eat the right foods and the right nutrients, maybe drugs, maybe whatever it is that you're doing is interfering with your workout, and is you're not gonna have the same strength. And even if you don't do anything negative, it's just sometimes the body's tired and you don't have the same strength. The other negative thing about weightlifting is that you're not gonna feel motivated all the time. That could happen because you haven't rested again, because you are burnt out, because you're, yeah, because your routine, it's you doing the same thing every day and things like that. So that's another negative thing. Now, the other thing is you're gonna feel tired. That's the only negative things. While many people, many trainers, doctors, and so on, do claim that exercises give you exercising, weightlifting, it gives you energy. That's true, it does. But at the same time, there are days that you're fatigued. It doesn't matter how much you exercise, doesn't matter how easy it was or how hard it was, you simply end up fatigued. So those days are gonna happen in your routine. Don't think that you're gonna be energized every single time you finish with your exercise. That's another negative thing. And the last thing is you are gonna feel sick. Like nauseated, tired, blurry sight, passing out, things like that. If you exercise is intense, if your glucose is lower, if you are pre-diabetic, um, it can happen that you feel all those symptoms. And the reason why you feel all those symptoms, either because your sugar is low and you don't have the energy, and the body's trying to fight to get that energy, and that's why you feel that way, or because either you're pre-diabetic and you throw in a lot of insulin and your sugar levels are up to a point that you're not accustomed, and that's the other way. And that's the reason why you feel nauseated, tired, and so on. So those are the negative things that it happens when you have a weightlifting routine. So be aware that it's gonna happen in your routine, but they go away. Now, if you want to fix those things, if you want to try to avoid them, there are a couple things that you can do. That doesn't warranty that it's not gonna happen, but less likely it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen more often. But if it happens at the same time, and you can recover faster. Let's talk about injuries. The first negative thing: if you stretch, if you massage, and when I'm talking about stretch, and when I'm talking about more than anything, a stretch, when you stretch, it's like another exercise routine that you have to do. I'm not talking about getting out there and stretch a little bit, do this, bend over and twist, and no. I'm talking about 20 minutes to an hour stretch at least 3 times a week. If you see some of my videos, if you see read some of my articles, so this kind of talks, I give you a lot of information about how you stretch. I'm not an expert on that area. I recommend you follow um, Ido, I believe. Ido Porto is his name. He's amazing on mobility and flexibility. So follow him, and he can give you a lot of tips about stretching. If you do that, most likely it's not gonna happen that you get a muscle trigger knot. If you get a muscle trigger knot, you need to stretch. And when you're stretching and you have that muscle trigger knot, it's very painful. So don't think that when you're gonna start stretching, it's gonna alleviate it right away. It's gonna be very painful. It's gonna feel better when you finish stretching. Massages help you to undo those muscle trigger points. Rolling help you to undo those muscle trigger points. If you strain a muscle, what's gonna happen? You are gonna feel a sharp pain. If you feel that sharp pain, give yourself a week, a break. Don't work out that group of muscles. Let it rest because that needs to heal. After a week, come back. 2 weeks, come back and exercise. If that pain continues there, start seeking for professional help as a doctor. Go out there and see if you strain, it's something small. It's not something bigger. That both of them has happened to me and they have healed. Now the third one is a joint irritation. That's because sometimes, for example, the knee, the elbows, and so on, the muscles around get very tight, and when you start feeling pain on those joints, that same joint throws synovial, if I'm not mispronouncing that word, liquid, which it helps lubricate the articulation, and that makes the articulation tighter. You can't flex the articulation as you're supposed to because that synovial liquid is in there and is protecting the joint. Take a little break, a little rest, 1 2 days, and you should go back to exercise to normal after 1 or 2 days. If that pain or that issue is continue there, go seek go seek a professional and see that everything is right there. There is nothing wrong or something that needs surgery. Like I said, I've been doing this myself for 22 years, and I got the three of them, and the three of them do heal. They're not chronic injuries when you become disabled. So that's gonna happen. One or the other, it's going to happen. So be aware of that. And those are the things that you need to do to avoid it or fix it. Massage, roll it, and stretch, rest. Those are the things. Strength. The second thing, the second negative thing. If you're gonna go exercise and you know you're chest pressing or you're squatting 200 pounds, whatever it is, the amount that you're doing, and those days come when you don't feel the strength, keep pushing. Don't go back. Keep pushing and do an extra effort. And I really recommend to get a partner. Ask somebody to spot you so you continue with your same weight lifting. If you want to do it safe, if you're afraid to drop the weights or whatever because you don't feel that strength, Ask somebody to spot you to keep it safe. And think about that. In one point, those days are gonna pass, and your strength is gonna go back again. And because you continue lifting the same way, the next and soon you're gonna be able to lift heavier weights. The next, you don't feel motivated anymore. It's one of those days that you don't feel like it. You the solution for that is for you to continue discipline. Doesn't matter what happened, you continue doing your things. If you've been exercising for a year or more or whatever, maybe you need a break. Maybe you are burned out. Maybe there are many things. If you're doing drugs, if you're drinking, maybe that's not helping you, because your body needs so much energy to get rid. And when I'm talking about drugs, we're talking about recreational drugs, and also about pharmaceutical drugs. Any medicine also affects the way you perform, because your body is trying to fight all those external bodies that come inside, and it's taking a lot of energy to do that. And when you come exercise, you don't feel motivated. So that's the solution for it. If you feel tired, if you feel burnout, is very similar to motivation. Maybe you need a break. Burnout is you need a break. If you really burn out, take a week off. Take 2 weeks off. Get out there, relax. Don't think about your workout. And then when you're ready, the motivation is gonna come back after that week or 2 weeks. The burnout is gonna go away, and then you're gonna feel like lifting those weights again. Now, also, if you feel burnout, you feel tired, it could be your food, your food intake. You're not eating the right foods. You're not eating enough carbohydrates. You're not eating the right nutrients. Or either you're working a lot, or either you're not sleeping enough. So if you feel tired or burn out, do that. Sleep enough, at least 8 hours. Eat the right food, rest, and continue exercising. And once again, if you think that you've been doing weightlifting for a long period of time, more than 6 months, and you burn out, take a break, a week, 2 weeks, and then come back and do it again. And the last one, if you feel sick, if you pre-diabetic, start slow. You're gonna feel tired, nauseated, whatever it is. Yes, it might happen, but if you start slow, then the possibilities for you to feel that are gonna be lower. If you a apparently healthy person and you feel nauseated, tired, or whatever, either you don't need enough carbohydrates and you need to eat more carbohydrates to replace your glucose, or you workout was very intense, which is good, and because it was very intense, you feel sick, nauseated, tired, blurry sight, whatever it is. That solution for that, it's very simple. All you have to do is drink a fruit juice. When you start feeling like that, drink a cup, drink two, and within a minute, you're gonna go back to normal. Even though you feel like you want to puke, it's important that you drink it, because there is your sugars are low, and you need to increase that sugar level. Another thing that you can do, it's eat an apple, banana, or whatever fruit, and orange. They give you that rush that right away. It will fix the problem. So you have the solutions for those problems. You have one negative things that can happen when you weightlifting, and I give you some solutions. Be aware of that. And what I said is the benefits of exercise, of weightlifting, are way higher than having any of these negative things when you doing your weightlifting. But be aware that it's gonna happen. Don't think that it's gonna be rainbows and butterflies like many people when they advertise things. They say no, you just have to do this and do that, and you're gonna get ripped and do this and whatever. No, whoever have a ripped body and is in shape and is fit, whatever, have gone through all these negative things. And ask anybody around that you know they're in shape, and you'll see how we are willing to pay the price to be able to enjoy the benefits of weightlifting. So hopefully you like this stuff. Please like it, share it with your friends, with your family, whoever wants to listen to this. I really appreciate you continue with us, and we're going to be tuning in the next topic.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed the content offered here, then I know you will enjoy these books. These are great tools to lead you to successful weight loss, better health, and greater happiness.